underneath my press. Anytime you have a general fault there or two, I need to clear it out with the reset, and it will require me to rehome.
Alright, off contact.
Off contact. It's here. 0 is the most closest you can get from screen to pallet. From there, we want to move further away, so it's a negative movement. This should go. Which one do you, I can't remember which one you have at the 0.3. It either goes to 0.38 or 0.4. No. You got 0.4 on this one.
It's a long way.
That's I don't know what that means.
And
Yeah, what are you printing on? Like,
Yeah.
you can do foam fingers,
gonna say a
mouse
piece of foam.
pads, all kinds of stuff. So if I wanted, I can lock
Throughout the
this in
fingers.
here. I
They're
can
rough.
lock it.
Yeah.
I passed it up. So we can look. This is 0. I mean, you're really on top.
Yeah.
can you move it while it's right there?
Move what?
Like if you just
Oh,
go
the
to
off
Start
contact?
off
No.
contact while it's there.
It has to go down to go
So
to
you
its
Yeah,
bring
just
it
go-
down, do it.
I
and
could
just keep
change it
looking.
here, but it's not going to change the position of the pallet. In order to change the position of the pallet, I would need to go up and down. So I
And
can
obviously
change it
once you
all the
do
way.
that, you have to change the flood position because that's not going to do it automatically. either.
Flood shouldn't affect it, but the squeegee, yes. Because I'm not changing the position of my screen, I'm
your
changing the
screen
position
is
of the
staying the
pallet.
same height, but your pressure of your to get down to your substrate
Correct.
is going to
But at the same time, off contact between your substrate and your screen shouldn't change. You're just changing the distance that the substrate is in general. Your substrate should take up that gap
Yes.
of the off contact
Yeah.
setting that you're changing. You still should technically have the same off contact between your substrate and your squeegee.
You don't want
Therefore,
more air, and you're just adjusting for how
Correct.
thick
Yeah.
your
if you
stuff
wanted
is.
actually more distance, yes, you would have to change squeegee pressure and stuff like that. But if you're just compensating for the thickness of the material,
Yeah.
your off contact really shouldn't change. Therefore, your pressure
Because you're
really
already skimming
shouldn't
the surface
change.
anyways.
But yeah, we're all the way at 0.40 now, so I can go down,
15-ounce hoodies.
I can go up, and now you can visually see. I mean, that's quite a bit of gap. I can fit my pen underneath there.
Do you happen to know offhand, like, what would you do if would you leave it at 0 for your regular cotton shirts, and then
I would leave it at 0 for registration. The closer
Okay.
you can get, the easier it is to register and line up.
Okay. So
from there-
you would only change the off contact personally when it's something
When you're starting
more
to print,
than-
though.
Correct.
When you start the print,
Anything.
you would want off contact to print.
We generally do.
Oh no, I know.
Yeah.
I mean,
We
for
generally
different
do our
items.
off contact closer than some of our other competitors. Like I know M&R does 2 quarters on top of each other, whereas we only do 1. This allows for easier registration. It allows for you to print thinner garments. If you have a really thin poly shirt, if you want to print posters, if you want to
Yeah.
print transfers, stuff like that. This will give you that ability, whereas some of that further distance may not.
So, but as a rule of thumb, from our shirt to the screen
There
for
should
what
be
we have the off
some
contact
sort of
setup.
space somewhere between your print material
Yeah.
and your.
So like the thickness of 2 quarters to you is
That's a lot.
that's a lot.
That's a lot.
Yeah, to me that's more than
A quarter's plenty.
yeah.
Even less than a quarter. A quarter's
So you can always
quite
put a
okay.
quarter on top of the shirt and
Yeah,
it's
that's.
like your off
I
contact,
was just
so-
asking if you're. I wasn't asking that at all.
Oh,
I was
I'm
talking
sorry.
about
That's
the
what I thought it
difference
was.
between if you print with 0 off contact. If you're printing cotton shirts, if you were printing a hoodie, would you change your off contact more?
For sure.
Yeah. So you would just hit the negative. Any approximate setting you
It's
would
different for every
personally go to?
machine and
Okay.
different for every garment. So ideally, the best thing to do is put whatever you want to print on there, bring it over to one of your screens, table it up, and visually look at it. Do I have space
Okay.
between that
But it-
screen
alright.
and between that shirt? It may not need to be as perfect as you're saying by putting a quarter on there. That
Yeah.
might be a bit much even for some distances.
for off contact.
For certain ones, yeah.
Right.
But you should be able to bring it over and at least see some sort of daylight coming through there.
Okay, that's
so
what I
they-
meant. I meant
yeah.
in mid-run. If
Yeah.
we have the same logo, we're doing 100 cotton T-shirts, and then we're doing 100
The
hoodies.
print should not touch the screen because then you're gonna have problems with the screen peeling with the ink. The ink's
Yeah.
gonna want to stick in the screen, and your shirt's not gonna want to release
gonna
that
wanna
screen.
release.
Gotcha.
Right.
So I can change the off contact mid-job if I'm doing all the cotton shirts first, and then I'm loading hoodies. I would change the
Yeah.
off contact for the hoodie.
Yep.
Okay.
Good.
Cool.
All right. Yeah.
So no more mixing